Hello, NCC Church family. I hope you're having a great Wednesday, and I hope you're having a great week. Thank you so much for joining us today. I was thinking about that we didn't really choose our situation. All of us have been thrust into a situation that we didn't choose ourselves. There's a lot of difficult circumstances going on around the world, and all of us are feeling the effects of those one way or another. And I thought of something that happened for Paul and Silas when they went into the city of Philippi in Acts chapter 16. Now, I don't know if you're like me, but if I know that there's something I need to get done or a project I need to get into, I first have to kind of get everything organized. I've got to get the tool bench all cleaned off. I've got to get the office or the desk cleaned off before I can even get started. If I come in the morning, first thing I have to do, kind of get everything in order, and then I can get started on what I need to get started on, which sometimes means I don't get started on things as soon as I ought to. But that can be a characteristic for some of us. Paul and Silas were sharing the gospel. They were sharing the good news of Jesus in Philippi, and because they healed a slave girl of the spirit that possessed her, they were thrown into prison. So their first night in prison, we pick up the story in Acts chapter 16 and verse 25, and it says, about midnight, Paul and Silas were praying and singing hymns to God, and the other prisoners were listening to them. So I think it's pretty neat to hear Paul and Silas are, their first night in prison. They're not doing like I would do. I would first have to figure out everything that's going on and kind of get it all organized, and then we could get on with business. No, they just went straight into it. They went straight into praying to God and singing hymns. Now I wonder how that would apply to our situation. Paul and Silas found them in a place that they didn't choose, a place that they didn't really want to be. We're finding ourselves in a lot of ways, different circumstances, things that we wouldn't choose, things that this is not really the way that we want it to be. So what did Paul and Silas do? They prayed. So the first thing we can do is we can go to God. So easy to forget that sometimes. We can go to God, we can pray to God, we can recognize that He's with us in our situation. But the second thing they did, they went ahead and they worshiped God. They sang praises to God. And our tendency might be right now is that, boy, I'll be excited when we can get back together, when we can get back in our church buildings and in some of our normal routines, and then we can worship God again together. And that is fantastic, and there's really nothing that can replace that experience. But maybe we shouldn't wait till we get it all organized. Maybe we shouldn't necessarily wait till we're able to get back together again. How could we worship God right now? Maybe we can get together with our family and sing songs together. Maybe we could do that maybe with our family on a daily basis, just making an appointment. Or maybe we don't have a lot of family that's living with us right now in the space wherever we're at. So maybe we need some assistance. Maybe we can sing along with a CD. I know that's kind of old-fashioned, but it'll still work. Or we can get on YouTube and sing along with something there and sing praises to God. The idea is that though we find ourselves in a situation, for most of us, that we didn't choose, let's not wait until everything is to our liking before we sing praises to God, before we are in a worshipful posture before God. I hope that that's encouraging for you today. Just want to mention a couple of things. We want you to join us again this coming Sunday with our service online. It's at 8:45 a.m. You can join us at norwinchristianchurch.com. Terry's going to be continuing his teaching series, What Can the Righteous Do? So join us Sunday for that. Also, I'd love to invite you to join us tonight for our Midweek Connect. We'll have some devotional time. It's a very casual time. We'll be on video conference. We'll be sharing with each other encouragement, sharing prayer requests, and praying together. That's what we do on Midweek Connect. You can find that information, norwinchristianchurch.com, on the events page, and how you can join us tonight, Midweek Connect, Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. Thank you so much for joining us today. God bless you and your family.